So it comes out a few days ago, maybe it was on Friday, that this girl tweeted out that, you know, there's a known guy who's like a feminist ally who's a fucking creep and a sex pest, and you know, we should point him out. And then she named him. She was like, yes, I'm talking about Seth Simons. But
she did the thing where she put stars in it. Yeah. So that
Sure,
I guess
sure.
I think that's a legal thing people do now.
Is that why it is legally?
I would assume so.
This was Seth Simons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fucking. How old is this kid? He's young, right?
I think so. I don't know.
I have the tweet that the girl tweeted. Do
Yeah,
you want
you
to
pull
share
it up, sure.
But her Twitter's gone now, right?
Yeah, she deleted her Twitter. Lots of comedy creeps out there. But don't forget that very woke comedy blogger who was full-on sex pest to my friend and others who corroborated stories in my DMs over the years. But always doing the most seems like a feminist. Remarkable cognitive dissonance. Men are magic. And then she added to that, yes, it's Seth Simons. I've tweeted this several times before. And hiding names is for losers who want to protect bad men. Happy Tuesday. And then she deleted her account right after that.
Like the fact that he goes after you guys, it's stupid to me, because it's like I get, even in his point of view, I see that he has at least a valid argument to go after Shane, being that it's NBC, it's SNL, it is this thing. I don't agree with it by any means, but in his skewed point of view,
no, he has no argument to go unless he works for NBC
I'm
standards
just saying,
and practices.
in this current environment, people
Right.
will validate
You're saying
that.
you understand why he would, not that you're giving it validity and that he did.
No,
it.
I'm just saying in his point of view, he's
He
going.
can see the logic.
Yes, the
I can
logic.
see his
He's
logic.
like, oh,
I can
will be able
understand
to.
it.
This is big enough to go and
it's a multinational corporation.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like the keystone of American entertainment, whatever. And it's you have this guy saying things that aren't PC. I can semi-wrap my head around. I completely disagree with it, but whatever. But like with you guys, it's like you guys have made your own fucking fan base. Your fan base is fine with whatever you say and knows knows your true intentions. Like they listen to you. Your fans listen to you like fucking 37 hours a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like they know who you are more than taking a fucking snippet of a conversation you were having trying to make a joke.
Of course.
So it's like I don't understand what he thinks the final outcome of writing a bad an article about you. Like your fans are gonna be like, this guy fucking sucks.
We know. They've listened to me say all the things that he's saying. He like quotes us and like, you're taking it from my. It's not a hidden conversation, dumbass.
Yeah, it's like
it's
I
my
want more
podcast.
people to see this.
I
That's what you're
put
doing.
it out.
Yeah,
You're
this
not,
isn't the Nixon tapes.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He put like, look, in this clip from Legion of Skanks episode. Yeah, okay, that's my clip. All right, I said it. These are jokes that we're making. But he put stuff.
Can I just say, it is never a good feeling to see your name highlighted and then it goes, and then Bisconte responded. That is never a good place to be.
Gino was on something that episode. I have no idea. But he
taking the Roseanne out.
He really was like, I was like, Gino, you could admit that you're a creep if you're trying to fuck a 15-year-old, right? He's like, I can't say that conclusively. I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ, Gino?
Gino,
dude, he's turning into an old pop-up. That guy.
But here's the thing. I think, look, we're making jokes, right, in that moment. But there is a nuanced conversation there, and this is the problem I think with doing shows like this. Is in 1 minute we're having a real conversation, and we're actually giving real opinions, and then the next minute we're saying something sarcastic.
You're making a pun or something stupid, of course.
So it's like you can't take any of these conversations out of context. It's really irresponsible. If you're trying to be a fucking journalist, dude, you're being extraordinarily irresponsible. And this is why, when this came out, everyone jumped on board with this Seth is a sex pest thing. People started tweeting at him regularly. It's been nonstop of our fan base, Shane's fan base, Tim's fan base, the Cumtown guys, the whole fucking comedy world is united against this guy. Just people texting me being like, dude, fuck this guy, good for this. He's made a career, quote unquote, out of trying to hurt people for making jokes, good people.
Sure.
Shane's a good guy. Tim's a good guy. We're not defending abusers. That, like, to paint us that way, it's so fucking irresponsible. And he'll write an article about this, and he'll exclude all of this context, right? Everything that we're saying right now, and he'll just write about a few of the jokes that we make, or we call him a pussy or a faggot or whatever else it is, right? But that's not journalism. That's not what people that are responsible, that are trying to paint a picture of a whole story do. Because the reality is you're going after people that are legitimately good people that help people.
Sure.
In a really positive way. So if you were taking down abusers, we would all be right fucking there with you. If you were going after people that were hurting women in comedy or hurting people and trying to actually do something to infringe on their rights, we would be standing right there with you. But he's not. He's trying to fucking profit, and he's trying to gain notoriety off of the downfall of me and some of my best friends in the world.
Yeah, it's crazy. The thing that hit me, I did read his, first of all, Gillis on Instagram was fucking hitting home runs all day with those pictures that he was posting. So dude, they were fucking home runs. They were so funny. But it's like in his apology or in his fucking public statement or whatever the fuck you want to call it, his addressing of the situation, he was like, some of these comedians that I frequently criticize online. And it's like, that's what that's what you say that you do. You criticize other people online.
And he said also, he goes on to say they made up their mind about me already. It's like, we don't fucking know you. You've made up your mind about us.
I have no idea who you are.
We don't give a fuck. Yeah. I literally, dude, you can go and go and help people. I want, like, we all want good shit, right? So if you were if this kid was volunteering and helping people, right, and that's what he was spending his time doing, do you think I would be like, fuck this kid? No, cocksucker, you're constantly writing articles about me. I don't even think about you. And then I'm like, oh shit, there's a new article that Seth fucking Simons has written about me and my friends about how we should stop making money. I responded to one of his things and I said, and you know, obviously it's not true. I don't include my son in my trolling, but I said, my 7-year-old wants to know why you want to make it so that he no longer has nice things. And but there's something there. It's like, well, Seth, so what do you think? The line for you is that we've said some jokes you don't like. We've said some things. We have some politics and social views that you don't agree with, that don't completely align. And by the way, if you really looked at my politics and social views, I think me and this asshole would align a lot more than people think. So he'll make me a fucking enemy because we disagree about a few fucking things that don't even matter, that don't even fucking really matter. Not only make me an enemy, but actively try to fucking hurt me and hurt my friends, hurt my family. That is fucking crazy. So yeah, you're right. When this comes out, we relish in the fact that people are calling him a sex pest. I know it bothers him. When you call him an SJW or a fucking woke asshole, they don't care about that. That's a compliment to
that's
people.
A badge of honor for them.
Yeah. They don't give a shit. But when you call this guy a fucking rapist or you call this guy a sex predator, that kills him inside. And the fact is, he knows nobody's coming to his defense. Nobody's coming. This is what that side does. They're all fucking silent now.
It's so funny. Like at this point, this has been happening for years, right? With like, you know, it happened with like Kilstein, like all these people that are on that side at the front.
I like Kilstein now.
Yeah.
By the way,
they're on the front lines of this, and then something comes out, and it's so like, why don't you just live a neutral life rather than this polarized
Jamie's
thing?
always been funny.
Yeah, Jamie's actually a funny guy.
Jamie was funny to begin.
Jamie fucked up and found a path. Like he saw like, oh shit, I'm going to become an SJW, and this is how I can make money. I had a conversation with Jamie about this. It was interesting because he was doing comedy for a while, got Montreal, got Conan. Got all the things that you're supposed to get as a comic, but even then, you are struggling.
Oh,
you are fucking struggling. You know, even you're on this path, and then he starts doing this podcast with Allison, and they start going down this path where they're having fans, and now they have a subscription service.
That's a dopamine drip, dude. Like now that they then get addicted to.
It's financial,
of course.
So now that he's paying his rent, he told me he started paying his rent off his podcast, which is it's a weird milestone for young podcasters. Yeah. When you could pay your rent off your podcast, it's just you're like, wow, okay. Fuck, I could just talk for an hour or two a week and my rent's paid? That's bananas. I remember that feeling is when we joined Kumia Network. That's when Legion of Skanks had enough money to start paying our rent off our podcast. And that's why we did. We're like, this is fucking nuts. We were making no money before that. And he got a taste of a little bit of success. And he said, this is the path I'm going down. 100%. And he said, fuck comedy. Fuck my friends in comedy. You know, and he made, in my opinion, a really big error because he went and aligned with a side that they will throw each other under the bus in a heartbeat. And Jamie was a creep like the rest of us. Jamie was just trying to get pussy on the road. That's what he was doing. There was a fan. That was the thing. It was a fan that he tried to fuck, right? Or he did fuck. They hooked up, and then his wife got really upset and jealous. And they had a public breakup. And then she started, you know, hearing that he was trying to hook up with other chicks when he would go on the road. And then she actively tried to fucking destroy him for this. And they made it a thing. They actively took him down. But he didn't do anything. His crime was probably similar to what Seth Simons is being accused of, which is being a fucking little bit of a
horn dog.
A horn dog. He's like, hey, you want to fuck? No, come on, you sure? That's not a fucking crime, and you don't deserve to be taken down for that. Seth Simons deserves to be taken down. Not for that. Seth Simons deserves to be taken down for trying to hurt good fucking people for no reason except for the fact that he wants to gain notoriety off of the downfall of others. That is a bad person.
Sure.
This is not me. This is not me fucking. I'm not.
If you have to put in your statement, this is not because I'm a bitter ex-comic.
Yeah.
You know what that says?
I'm a bitter
You're
ex-comic.
a bitter
Yeah.
ex-comic.
Pull up a statement, by the way.
It's also too like I think he's young and like I do not think about like how the stupid shit you were doing at 21 years old, right? Or 20, however the fuck old this kid. I have no idea how old he is. But like you definitely don't have the same perspective when you're 31 or 32 and like have lived through shit and heartbreak and loss and success and fail. Like I would bet $1 million he is not going to have the same point of view that he has now in 31
Maybe.
years.
I think some of these people that are super woke now are going to grow into more of that. You understand the biggest thing he's ever had was being involved in that Shane
Was
thing.
the Shane article, of course.
That's
yeah.
the biggest thing that this kid's had in
is
his
taking
life.
someone down. That is to me the saddest thing in human life.
It's shitty.
Is like your biggest notoriety is taking someone down from the best day of their life. Shane had the best day of his life, and you took that from him.
Yep.
And the fact that you find joy in that is fucking disgusting. It's sad.
It's bad
sad.
shit. This is his response after being offline for a few days, after deleting over 100 tweets. This is what he says. Oh shit! God damn it, Bobby. So this is what his response was. There's a person on this website who periodically accuses me of unspecified misconduct toward other people. This started in December 2018 when she tweeted that I had been a weird, creepy loser to her friend on a date. She refused to give any detail when pressed, saying that she wanted to protect her friend, which is actually what... That's not even a crazy thing. Like, you don't want to fucking give details and you want to just, I understand that. I don't think it's fair for somebody to be taken down for that.
But that's the going thing. That's the due process at this point, unfortunately.
Since then she has repeated versions of these allegations, every now and then adding new abuses as she goes. On Tuesday, she said, I have been a sex pest to her friend and others who confided in her over the years. And a lot of quotes here. So he's calling her a liar. The whole paragraph is calling her a liar, which in his world, in my world, I'm going like, as a dude, I was like, yeah, Seth, you go, boy.
The real ass dude, and you still like, fucking give
He's
it to
a
her,
real
son.
ass dude. No, stop.
This guy sucks.
He's not on my team.
You're such a bro that like that's what rises up in you, dude.
Yeah, you show that lion bitch, Sethy baby.
Let me smell those. So no, Seth.
Pest.
He's calling this chick a liar. Now in his world,
That
by
is a
their
big no-no.
definition, what they would say to that is, Seth, maybe you should just stop talking and think.
And
Reflect.
listen to these.
Time for you to listen.
Listen right now, Seth, because there's a woman telling you that you hurt her friend, and there's something there, Seth. Your actions have caused this, okay? Whether you believe her or not, you need to listen and you need to apologize. There doesn't need to be paragraphs. There doesn't need to be anything. There's a woman right now who is hurt, and it's because of your actions, whether intended or not. I'm starting to believe this. This sounds pretty good. But this is their world. That is the standard in which they would hold any of us to.
Of course.
Any of us. Okay? He has nerve to call us abusers when he has an allegation like this by multiple women. Okay? This isn't a fucking act for me. I'm telling you right now, that's crazy fucking hypocritical.
Sure.
And before he keeps on opening his fucking mouth, he needs to consider that. If you're going to live in that world and you're going to play by those rules, then you need to play by those fucking rules. I don't play by those rules. If I was Seth, I'm like, yeah, bitch is crazy. Fuck her. Like, sure. Get that crazy bitch off Twitter.
Reporter profile or something.
What do you? I mean, but
You believe this girl made me throw her through a table?
good. Go to the. Let's see. None of this is true. In 2016, I did go on a single date with someone who used to be this person's roommate. We had a nice time and remain on good terms. They are no longer roommates nor friends. I've never met this person, and I don't know why she's tweeting some of these things about me. If she ever makes specific allegations, I will respond to them. So, Seth, this girl that you have a great relationship with now, where is she? Where is she? Why is she not coming out and getting your back? Because if one of my friends, if I was being accused of some shit and it was by a friend of a girl that knew me, and she was like, oh, that's not true, it's my friend, she would get my fucking back. I promise you. Or she wouldn't be my fucking friend anymore. She would never be that. That'd be that. Like, really, you're gonna let me fucking get dragged by
On the
these fucking
internet.
assholes?
Yeah.
Because where's your friend, Seth? Where is she? Why is she not coming out and saying, "Oh no, this isn't true"? Where are these other people coming out and saying that it's not true?
Where are any of the friends?
Where
by
are
the
any
way?
of your friends saying that you're a good fucking dude? Because I just saw a couple people that knew you that were friends of yours saying, "Oh yeah, Seth gets a little handsy when he's drunk, but he's no Chris D'Elia." The fuck? I don't get handsy when I'm drunk, motherfucker.
Someone said that?
Yeah. Somebody on
Holy
Twitter said that.
shit.
I've never gotten handsy. There's no girl that's going to be like, "Oh, Lewis, dude, he starts grabbing me when he's drunk." No. Sorry, motherfucker. Because guess what? If I see guys grabbing chicks when they're fucking drunk, we fucking step in and say something. We don't hide behind a fucking computer.
this is-
you fucking pussy.
This is the difference,
You
I think,
bitch.
between, you and people like him. Like, it's two different worlds, right? We all come from a world where if somebody came in here and was drinking and got handsy with Shannon or whatever, and Shannon was like, "Hey, stop it," he would be fucking, he would get hit, he would get grabbed, he would get gripped up, he
it.
would get choked, he would be...
We fucking stomp that guy to
Of
death.
course.
That'd be it.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. So, like, that's the world I was raised in, that's the world
Yes.
I believe in, that's how
Not this fucking Twitter finger,
Not-
New York, LA faggotry.
I don't feel fulfilled or the need to go online and be like, this is what's wrong with men and women, because I've been put to the test. I've seen a dude grab a chick and I've fucking grabbed him. Or like
course.
this dude, in Philadelphia, this dude just fucking plowed this fucking chick in the head. We all ran over, and she got up and was like, "Nah, I deserved it," or
Of
whether.
course,
It was like a
every
classic,
time, every fucking
it was a
time.
classic Philly
I've learned
thing.
to not get involved anymore when chicks
I
are getting
know.
punched by their dumb boyfriends because it's not the first time, and then they fucking start hitting
Then
you.
you're fighting both of them.
crazy.
Yeah, it's that. Well, that's why cops are like, that's the worst.
He's
fucking
tying
call.
her to
Domestic-
railroad tracks.
It's in black and white. He's got that old detonator thing.
I do want to note one thing. So this broad that she deleted her Twitter that accused him of the ship. So she was with UCB, and I think UCB is the first
The
thing
Ugly
he
Cunts
went,
Brigade.
is the first thing he went after
Yes.
for like labor laws and shit, saying
Yes.
that they were basically indentured servants.
Right.
So I think they're trying to make the connection that she went after him because he was a vocal opponent of Upright Citizens Brigade.
Sure. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I gotta
no,
be
no.
honest with you.
It's hilarious
It's
regardless.
better if there's no.
This is the first time improv's ever been funny.
Look, if there's no victims, it's even better. And if he gets a taste of his own medicine, it's even better. This guy, he's not a good fucking dude. Okay, he's not good at all. So, good for him. I hope he has to fucking deal with this for the rest of his life. I hope every time he tweets about some shit, I hope 100 people respond with, "Oh yeah, but why are you a sex pest? Where's this girl? Why is this girl not getting your defense? Where are these other girls? Why are people saying you're handsy when you're drunk? How are you going to fucking pass judgment on others for telling jokes when your actions are so... I mean, do you know how much worse your fucking actions are than telling dumb jokes? I don't give a shit if I make a baby rape joke, a fucking joke using the N-word. It doesn't matter, okay? Going and getting handsy with some fucking drunk chick, that's worse. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So put your fucking own shit on a fucking platform and have people judge it. And now that's what's happening. So now your shit's put out there, right? So it's not even my word. You're judging jokes, and you're judging sort of like these ideas and words when we're trying to be playful and have a good time. And honestly, the fans should be even more mad, because people like this, what they're trying to do is they're trying to change the content. This is cancel culture at work, right? So what it does is it makes us second guess every time we're going to say some dumb joke that might be on the edge, that maybe we're going to take the shot and miss. We take a beat and go, should I do that? And everyone's a little slower, and everything's a little less funny. Have you noticed that television's no longer funny? There's no more ballsy shows on television. Have you guys noticed that? Have you noticed that you're not getting any more fucking edge to your radio programming? All the new podcasts, you see podcasts advertised all the time. You'll see them in a taxi cab, like, look at this podcast. It's never podcasts that have balls.
Dude, I was just listening to a podcast advertised on the radio. I'm like, that's fucking...
Yeah.
What the hell's going... What kind of world are we living in?
It's a whole new world. So,
but my thing he came after you guys, you said, for after the D'Elia incident, like what you guys had said about D'Elia.
Yeah, we quote unquote defended D'Elia.
What did he say about D'Elia?
I didn't read the article.
It was behind a paywall. It cost $10, and I went, nope.
Yeah, I'm not fucking paying to read his article.
Yeah,
if anybody wants to send me the article to read, I'll read
That'd be
it.
kick-ass.
I would love to read it.
But I'm saying, did he come out with a statement about D'Elia? Like, did he come out with? Like,
I don't know.
I just say if he only criticized you guys for making jokes about it and not actually D'Elia, the guy who committed the action.
It's crazy. This guy's got a hard on for us. He specifically has a hard on for somebody like me, who I don't have any fucking bosses. I don't work in television. I don't like. This is it. Like
But you keep engaging with him. Rightfully, I would too. So he gets that dopamine. He
You're
gets
right.
the clicks. He gets the retweets.
Even today, I fucking engaged with him again.
I know.
Because he retweeted Tim, and Tim was like, people, journalists are only going to talk about podcasts in the future. And he retweeted it and just quoted, he says, okay, I'll cover them. Like a threat, like a veiled threat. Okay.
Well, it's also Tim. Tim had a really fucking good tweet on the culture in general of like, you don't, like when they try to cancel Joey, it was like, you can't cancel a guy that you didn't give a platform to.
Yeah.
Like, you were able to cancel Shane because Shane had this third party giving him a platform. But, like, Joey Diaz and you, like...
he's not a television guy.
It's like, who the fuck are you going to, like... If you go after you, your fans are only going to get more riled up and more supportive of you.
Yeah, they get emotional. So it's and honestly, when you cry, you buy. Emotion sells.
Yeah, of course.
So get my fans more emotional. Get them to double down on Skankfest. To get them to double down on Gas Digital subscriptions. They strengthen that relationship.
Of course,
okay?
And he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he's retarded. He has no idea how this fucking works. Like I've said this last year when Louis showed up at Skankfest, it got us 10 million impressions for Skankfest online.
Of course.
That's just valuable. So, and by the way, most of the impressions were people being like, I can't believe that Louis would show up at this festival. Why would they put him up? Nobody gives a fuck. When you're talking to advertisers and you're talking to people that are trying to get their brand, their products out there, they're looking for numbers, and they see that and they go, so please keep on fucking writing about me, idiot. You fucking dumb pussy. Okay? And guess what? I'll keep on talking about how you're a fucking rapist, and I'll keep on talking about how you hurt women. And the more that comes out, we will keep on fucking exploiting it. So keep on saying that keep on reposting my jokes. Cool. Believe me, I want you to. When he wrote the article about Legion of Skanks, he doesn't even realize how funny it came. Like, all the jokes are just hilarious.
Dude, it's so fun. Ari Shafir then proceeded to play his penis like a puppet. That's hilarious.
That's a great bit.
Where they quoted Shane as saying that what's his name is gayer than ISIS.
Yeah,
that was a fucking.
It was just hilarious. There's like, so whatever. That's all I'll say about it. We're gonna talk about it obviously more tonight on Skanks. I don't want to give this guy any more fucking attention.
What up, motherfuckers? It's the Real Ass Podcast. It's your boy, Louis J. Gomez.
We're Rattlesnake, Real Ass Dude, Ultimate Minority.